By the way, what we're doing, this is the first time we're doing this. This is like the Iron Chef on TV, where we have a table of ingredients and we're both making something called chocolate ices. So he's making a chocolate ice and I'm making a chocolate ice, and we'll see what happens. I don't know what he's using. He doesn't know what I'm using.
Is it a cream ice or is it?
Yeah, except I'm going to give out my recipe. Here you go.
Is it cream ice or water ice?
Well, we'll have to see.
Mine's a water ice. Mine's Italian ice.
The machines are ready. Did you put a thing of fresh water through them?
No, I used a solution that didn't need it.
What?
I used
Really?
this. Yeah, because I used so little.
Huh?
Yeah, it's good.
Come smell it.
Trust me.
I gotta smell it. I gotta smell it.
You can run water through yours.
Are we ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Except I got to figure out how much sugar I'm
You see? You're not ready.
Well, you can get, well, yours is all pre-mixed. That's not fair.
It's not pre-mixed. I'm putting in all my different ingredients. And that's what I was doing while you were gabbing.
Okay. Well, it's my business to gab. I just lost my formula. Here we go. Quarter pound, 16.8.4. I need 4 ounces of cocoa powder. That's vanilla.
And we're ready.
Well, you're going to have to wait for me. I'm going to be a while. Hey, you can't start yet. I'm not ready.
It's all right. Yours will be ready when it's ready.
We were going to videotape them together, but that's all right.
You on?
4 ounces.
You could even throw some Oreos in.
Pound of sugar. Any questions while we're working? Well,
that comes afterwards.
As soon as I get set up here, I'll tell you. Pound and a quarter. 16.
Now, I will. I've never made this. I've never made this. Just the ingredients on the table, and I've never made it. See what happens. So what do you got? Cocoa?
What is that, 2 quarts?
That's 1 quart.
Cocoa, sugar, and water.
Cocoa, sugar, and water. That's it?
Yeah.
Pretty much what I used.
Now I'm going to use the whisk.
You're not using this, are you?
No. Forbes chocolate.
Yours will be good. I love chocolate ices. That's what I always had when everybody walked up to eat ices.
Yeah.
I had the chocolate. So if you want to, that's an option.
I just can't sit still. I'm
Okay, so here's what I'm doing. I'm using a cocoa powder. I'm using a cocoa powder made by Forbes Chocolate for ice cream, but it's going to do very well for ices. Forbes is a 100-year-old company out of Cleveland, Ohio. It says Broadville Heights. And they're a 100-year-old company making cocoa powder, and it's fantastic stuff to make a great chocolate ice cream. You just pour this in with your dairy product, and you're good to go. They make a chocolate and a double dark chocolate. Well, the only difference between chocolate and double dark chocolate is food coloring. So you don't need to buy the double dark. Double dark is going to come out black, but real chocolate of a high quality cocoa actually comes out with a little reddish hue to it. So this Forbes, F-O-R-B-E-S. Chocolate is extremely subjective. Paula likes Lunt chocolate. She likes 85% cocoa chocolates. These things taste like chalk. They're horrible. I like M&Ms. It's either M&Ms or nothing for me. So chocolate of all flavors is the most subjective in the world. That's why if you had a big ice cream parlor, you might run 2 or 3 different chocolates. So this is the chocolate and sugar and water. Sometimes I use Hershey syrup. On this one, I'm using a quality chocolate, so I'm not going to use Hershey syrup.
Because he wants his to be much better than mine. He didn't give me that chocolate.
Okay.
Did I bring my own chocolate? No. I brought my little secret ingredient.
Now this machine, this countertop is $5,450. I personally think it's too small to run a business on, but I've got probably 100 people who are proving me wrong running a small business on that machine. It just means longer hours. This one is 6 quarts. That's a dramatic difference between 3 and 6. This one is the infinite overrun control. This is a 1-speed to give you a super premium ice cream, gelato, or Italian ices. It's the ideal machine for a restaurant because restaurants want to make just a small amount of ice cream and just 1 or 2 flavors a night. So the pastry chef can come over at any time, load it up, and 10 or 11 minutes later, they're going to have whatever product they want to make. We're making ices, so it's going to take a little longer. It'll take about 16, 17 minutes. Like all the bigger machines, everything can go right into it. Nuts, cookies, candies. Like all the bigger machines, it's using all the same designs. The life expectancy of this is 45 years, just like it is proven with the larger ones. That's the way we build machines. So you have a whole different line of sizes that you can go with. Any questions so far?
Yeah, you don't need this?
No.
You're at capacity there?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I'm going to take, I'm just going to put, I have to go to Orlando tomorrow and make Italian ices delivering a little machine.
For who?
It's this young lady who did a fundraiser, one of these new ways of raising money, where she has people send her donations to get her business going. And we sent her several donations. And now she's come and bought an Emery Thompson. I said I would hand deliver it and show you how to run it.
Cool. Which one?
The CB200.
What's the difference between the two end ones?
They're the same. That was just a prototype.
Oh, okay. Because I noticed the venting is different on
A
it.
little different, yeah. No questions? Gee, we must be doing well. Yes.
Air cooled and the water cooled. What's the advantage? Does it run longer? Does it have the same running time as a water cooled machine?
The question is air cooled versus water cooled. Do they have the same running time? Yes, they'll run exactly the same. It all comes down to your location. If you're in Los Angeles, for example, you can't use water cooled machinery. It's illegal. You have to have air cooled because water is scarce, so they won't let you do it. If you're on a Caribbean island where your source of drinking water is catching rainwater off your roof, you don't want to use water cooled machinery. So it all comes down to location. But the little ones are air cooled, which does make them more portable. But when you get into the larger machinery, you're actually paying more for air cooled. Yes? The question is there a wait time? On the 12 and above, it's 1 month for us to build it. I run separate production lines, which you'll see out when we look at the factory, for both of these machines. So these are in stock, ready to ship. So there is no wait time. Yes?
I want to find out if my town that potentially operate a business around and having a water cooled.
Oh, how do you find out if you can use water cooled in your town? You just ask them. You ask the health department and say, and you ask it politely. You ask it leading to the question that you want answered. Instead of saying, "Can I run a water cooled machine?" you say, "Do you have any restrictions against me running a water cooled machine?" Because there's a whole difference when you're dealing with a bureaucrat. You know, it gets tricky. There was a question back there somewhere. Yes. I'm sorry, I had to speak up.
What's the concern of the water coming out of your water cooler?
What?
Contaminated.
Oh, just that you're throwing. Why do they not like water cooled machines? Because in your sewer system, when you flush the toilet, and that water is then going to the waste treatment plant, they have calculated out. The waste treatment plant's 4.5 miles away, and it's going to take 2 days to get there. That one flush. They have calculated how much bacteria will be breaking down the sewage before it gets to the plant, so the plant doesn't have to work as hard. So if you go dumping pure water in, you're just throwing off their calculations. Boy, talk about stealing the show. He's pouring liquor over here. So yeah, that's all it is. It's like my little rock salt and ice machine. They're pretty much banned everywhere. Because when you take salt water and pump it in and dump it down your drain, you're killing off the good bacteria that breaks down the sewage. So it may take a while for them to find you, but when they do, they ban you because you're ruining the whole waste treatment system, the whole concept of it. You want to take a look at yours, or do you want to just play with that?
I guess that's ready, huh?
Okay, if you say so. Can everybody see this? Jeff, if you turn to the side a little bit. Now, there's normally a shelf there, but we don't have it today.
I'll stand by that.
Okay. Mine's going to be ready in a couple minutes, so why don't you put it in the
Now
freezer?
these you can get. Oh, you don't want to.
Well, what we'll do is we'll
Side
serve
by
both at
side?
once in one cup.
Okay.
As soon as mine is ready. I started quite a few minutes after him. Hi, Paula. Okay, let me find a container that I'm going to use. You'll see a difference in the two chocolates. Jeff's chocolate is going to be a light coffee color, and I'm doing a darker color, even though I'm not using the double dark with the food color added. This is just a pure cocoa.
What? 1 gallon? Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Can you all see this?
I understand that. Oh, I don't know.
What did I do?
I don't know.
I turned off the
1
wrong
gallon,
switch.
2 gallons, probably 2 gallons, which is 8 quarts, and that's a 6-quart machine. Figure that one out.
Now, I could have even pulled that softer and gotten it out faster. But that came out pretty quick. I turned my back on it, it was already out.
Are these excuses or
Is
what?
that a used spoon?
No.
Okay. How is it?
I'll stand by mine.
Okay, so why don't you come up and we'll scoop you both. These are two different formulas. The lighter one was made on the CB350 with Jeff's formula. The darker one was made on the CB200 with my formula.
Are they both Italian?
Jeff says his is a sherbet. All right, who wins? The dark one? Everybody for the darkest one? Okay. And everybody for the lightest one? It looks like a tie. They are totally different. You didn't get any? Oh, sorry. Yeah, well, that's the idea. I think the dark one is way ahead of the light one.
Yeah. What do you use for milk product in yours?
Milk.
No, he's got to give the ingredients down. Hey, Steve. Sometimes in my past history up in New York, you would get a chocolate ice, but the ice would be very chunky. Like there would be like chunks of it.
Yeah.
What causes that? Is that
It's been sitting around too long.
sitting around? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because traditionally, I remember it being chunky like that. You would you'd bite into
Yeah.
it. It would break up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
Be
shouldn't.
like hard chunks of ice.
Yeah, there shouldn't be ice crystals like that.
Right.
It's been sitting too long.
Right. Okay.
The shelf life of Italian ice without any chemicals, or excuse me, not chemicals, stabilizers in it, is about 4 days at serving temperature. If you put it into that Sears chest freezer at 0, you could keep it for 6 months.
Okay.
Because it would be hard as a rock.
Just thaws that you got 4 days.
Once it warms up to scooping temperature, optimally you have 4 days.
You can't refreeze it then.
No, but my feeling is if you're keeping it more than 4 days, either the weather channel really gave you wrong advice and it turned out to be a miserable 4 days, or you're selling bubblegum licorice Italian ice and nobody wants it. You know, if you can't move it, then maybe you got to look at yourself and say, maybe it's not a great flavor. I love it.
Sammy, come here, girl.